Welcome to Bradie Webb Drum Studio's online lessons. We've got a lot to do today, so grab your headphones and your drumsticks. Let's get started. We'll start with a warm-up. I'll show you a simple beat or fill, and you'll have to try and play it as fast as possible. Next, we'll try a listening test. You'll have to listen very carefully and try to answer the questions. Moving on to the 8 essential skills of drumming and our drum exercise for this week, we'll find out which skill we're looking at today and then test that skill with some exercises. Finally, we'll finish with some trivia. You will hear about 3 music facts, but only one of them is real. Then we'll talk about what you can do this week to improve your drumming, but more on that later. Here's our warm-up for this week. It's a 2-stroke fill. Snare, snare, bass, bass, tom 1, bass, bass, tom 2, bass, bass, tom 3, bass, bass. Let's have a listen to what it sounds like. Here's what it looks like. Don't worry if you can't do it very fast for now. Getting up to level 2 or level 3 would be great. Cool, let's try and do it together. 8 essential skills of drumming: rudiments, beats, fills, dynamics, tempo, technique, coordination, and syncopation. Today we're looking at coordination. Coordination is doing more than one thing at the same time. Pay attention to the indicator bar, which informs you which limb should hit each drum. Remember to keep your foot firmly down on the hi-hat pedal unless you're instructed to lift it. Don't rush. Neatness and technique are more important than speed. It's important to remember that halfway through each of these exercises, we're going to swap either our limbs or the pattern being played. I'm going to play a slow and fast version of all of these exercises. Try your best to keep up, but please don't worry too much if you can't do the fast version. Okay, let's have a look at number 1. Here's what it sounds like. Not too tricky, right? Let's try it nice and slow, together at the same time. Great work! Now we're going to increase the speed and also try to remember to repeat it. And repeat. Awesome work! Let's move on to number 2. In number 2, we have a rest on count 4. It's very important we remember to not play anything on count 4. Rest. Rest. Okay, let's do it together nice and slow. Great work! Let's try it again, this time repeating and also increasing the speed. Here we go. Awesome! Let's move on to number 3. In number 3, we have a constant hi-hat and snare drum. We're just swapping our arms around halfway. Cool, let's try and do it together. Not too tricky, right? Let's double the speed and also try to remember to repeat it. Here we go. Fantastic! Let's move on to our last one, number 4. Bit more difficult now. Let's have a listen. Okay, let's try it together. Cool, we can do this. Let's double the speed and repeat it. Just remember to swap halfway. Here we go.
I always knew that my feet were going to be the thing that I would do with my function. Alvin Law, and I am one of the drummers. I've always felt musical. It was something that was in my blood. I used to bang on pots and pans when I was like 3, 4 years old. When you've been playing the drums for 45 years and you imagined in your basement practicing to nobody that someday you might be in a studio doing a film, being here is something I'm still coming to grips with. It's surreal.